Morning. It is Tuesday, the 23rd of May. Well, I think it's the 23rd of May. I'm just off to the tip. This is my video for a very long time. I haven't been posting because I've recently lost my son. He was found dead a few weeks ago. The police came to inform me. So he was cremated on Friday. so yeah. He was cremated on Friday at Bramcote. Struggling. But yeah, I've got to get back to do my videos, haven't I? Just going down to Giltbrook Tip, my second home. Got to get out here very carefully because it's very tight. It's very tight, and there's a bloody lamppost at the side at the back. Nearly hit the lamppost. So let's get out of here. To be so careful. It's quite a tight little close that I've moved into. So here we go. Going to the tip, as I've just said. I'm all over the bloody place this morning. I've been trying to get the garden done. That's what all the rubbish is in the back, all grass cuttings and what have you. Well, and soil. It's been a bit hard, because I haven't seen my son for 7 years, as some of you know, and it was quite a shock, for the police to come and inform me that he's passed. Coroners don't know why or what's happened. I mean, I could imagine. But yeah, nobody wants to bury their own children, do they? Sorry, I'm not very good, am I? So Tilly's been keeping me going, the company, and I've got quite a little rapport going with her, and I've had support of a couple of close people via Twitter and YouTube and what have you. That is my tip run done. So many bags, and I cannot believe how disrespectful people are. They park right in front of the ramp, disallowing other people to get up with their rubbish. But they've got no thought for anybody else, have they? It's so busy down here today, just that little bit of sunshine brings everybody out. Sees me coming, look, stands in the way. So I've just got a few plant pots now to get rid of, but they can wait. I'll put them in the dustbin. Mind, I shouldn't really. I've got to come back down to the tip, so I should pop them in then. I'm going up to get myself a scone because I want a pot of tea when I get home, because I'm so emotional still. And it's so busy down here, way towards IKEA. So yeah, Yeah, I've got to go and get some vegetables for dinner, but I'm going to use some frozen ones today. Can't be doing with bloody preparing vegetables. It's busy in IKEA car park. You know, you don't know where people are going because they don't put the bloody indicators on. It's not good, is it? It's very, very warm. I read on the Tinternet this morning that we're going to have an Indian summer of 45 degrees. That can't be right, surely. But then again, you never know with the climate change. But it's the way it is, isn't it? Things are going, destroying nature, which I'm not very happy about. Because who doesn't love a bit of nature? I cleaned my tadpoles out the other day. There's thousands of them. I'm just hoping, you know, that we managed to get to little frogs, but I need to sort out a pond. You know, I mean, I've been in that bungalow now since the 27th of January. So I need to get cracking. My garden's awful though, it is. I'm ashamed of it. But, you know, you can't do everything. And everything is money, isn't it? Can't believe what I've spent on the bungalow already. All the equity I made out of my last bungalow, it's all gone back into this bungalow with nothing left over. There's just a kitchen to go in, that's all paid for. So that's going in July, I do believe. The floor is being screeded the week before and levelled because it's all umpity-bumpity in the extension where the kitchen's going. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. And then there's the soffits and fascias to do because I've had all the wiring done and the all my lights put up. Oh, excuse me. But it looks very shabby because the soffits haven't been done yet. I mean, I've got a quote for them. Very expensive. But I thought I may as well wait to see how I get on with internally because that's more important, isn't it? But then again, the outside's important as well, isn't it? Because it's got to look nice. I've had my fence up because I'm sick of dogs coming in and doing their business and the owners not being nice enough to pick it up. You know how some people are. Some people have just don't care, do they? They don't. So here we're going to go in here. The way people park, it is just unbelievable. So I'm just going to go around the back here and go up that way if there's any parking spaces. Whoever there is. So yes, so I've had my fence up. I bought a gate. I thought I was going to save myself some money. But the gate, I've had to buy Hammerite paint to paint it. And then I've had to buy hinges. Because the hinges weren't big enough. So that's cost me money. So it's cost me more just to do a gate. I paid £10 for the gate off Gumtree. The Hammerite paint cost 20 quid. I've had to sand it down. I've had to buy latches. I've had to buy hinges. And they're not cheap, are they, these things? So yeah, it's cost me more. But hey ho, not to worry. So the gate has got to come up because I've had a Ring doorbell. It's very good. One of my friends told me about them. He's got one. And he's also got the lights as well. His name's Rob. So yeah, it's very good, picks up, and I'm watching it all the time. I was worse before the fence went up. I was watching what they were doing, and now he's gone in a no exit entrance. Yeah, I kept looking. So the fence is up now, and I still keep watching. It doesn't pick up as much because obviously the fence is 4 foot. So they just pick up, but I still see the dogs coming inside the gateway. And people, I've got these dogs on leads, you know, and they still allow the dogs to come in and piss on my grass. You know, it's unacceptable, isn't it? It is. But, you know, it's just disrespectful. But I can't do nothing about it, can I? But when the gate's up, it'll be okay. So I'm going to go over to this little patisserie called Stacey's. I'm going to get a scone, and I might even have a cream scone instead of a plain one. So I will see when I've got my cake. See you shortly. Well, that's that little job done. I've got my scone for my pot of tea. I'm going to go home now and crack on with the day. I have to go back to the tip again once I've dug up some more rubbish, but there's still some to take up off the garden. But it's just so heavy, you know, with it being clay. But yeah, we'll get there. So I shall go and drive home, and I will speak to you shortly when I get in with my pot of tea. Ciao for now. I'm coming through where I used to live in Eastwood. I cannot believe the amount of bungalows that are for sale. It's either people passing into a different world, or it's just people cannot afford to keep them going. Don't know what the problem is. And it's such a beautiful day, they all stand out. I keep thinking to myself, should I sell mine again and buy somewhere else? But I think, you know, all the money that's gone into it. Oh, there's an old lady that lives on the other side of the bungalow, and her grandson, he's a right old dog, because he's got, next to my bungalow, I've got a parking space, and there's a parking space next to that for her, and he has put a garage on it. Now the pavement in front of his garage is access only, so I have to come across it to get into my parking space. And the builders, they've been parking on there because there's not enough room. I mean, he's been parking on my land as well and catching that. His land, it's not his land. But he's asked them to move their vans, which he's done very politely. They've been polite-ish to him. But when I went, because there was cars parked out there. I parked my car on the drive because obviously there's 2 work vans there. I couldn't get on. And I went out and apologised, and I moved my car and asked the plumber to move his. And this guy, I mean, I don't know how old he is, must be 40s, late 40s, 50s, I don't know. I'm not very good at guessing people's ages. So I apologise, and he says, do you not understand that is my garage? I said, no, it's not your garage. I said, it belongs to the old lady, and the old lady's my grandma, and that's my bungalow. I said, well, you don't live there. I said, so, you know, what's the issue? I said, you know, I've apologised, I can't do anything more. I said, and the gentleman has moved the cars when you've asked. you're not there every day, you only pop up once in a while. And he said, well, I need 24 hours access. And I said, well, I do apologise, what else can I say? So I tried to be as polite as possible. And then this guy, he says, I was sick of it. I had to go at the estate agents because when that bungalow was up for sale, my garage was on the photo. I says, and what a problem is that? He says, I asked them to remove the photo of my garage. I said, so what does it matter? You know, they were showing the garden and the garage is protruding up, you know, quite high. I said, so you're not going to be able to get away from the issue of your photo, of the photo of your garage. And I said, that's beside the point anyway. I said, take it up with the estate agents, not me. I bought that. That's my bungalow. I paid cash for it. I said, so, you know, leave it at that. So it was going on and on and on. I says, look, I get the impression that you're a bully. He says, I'm not a bully, I'm just telling you what's right. And I said, well, I'm telling you what's right. I've apologised, and I do apologise on behalf of the workmen. I says, but the work's not going to be carrying on for that long. He says, I don't care. They should be parked on my access. And I said, you know what? I says, fuck off in your little garage and have a wank. I says, because there's nothing I can do to reason with you. I've apologised. There's nothing else to be said. I don't know you. I've only just moved up here. You can see I'm having work done. And yes, the builders will probably be parking on your little access again. So he says, well, I'm going to the council. I says, oh, go to the council because it's private, darling. You know, I paid for the bungalow and it's not council property. But I'm going to the district. And I said, well, go. And then he said, and that's illegal for you to have a back gate there. I said, that's my access to my back garden. He said, oh, that's not yours. I said, no, it's not mine. That's because I've got a little bit of land outside the back gate which belongs to the electricity board, which I've put in to buy, and my offer's been accepted, so it is mine now when I've paid for it. So he was saying, well, that gate's illegal. There's some stepping stones on the garden. They're illegal. I said, what business is it of yours? I said, you know, it's not the end of the world. I said, so stop getting upset. I says, don't get upset. I says, I didn't put the stepping stones there. I didn't put the gate there. But on my deeds, that is my access to my property. I said, just fuck off. Don't talk to me again. I'm not interested. So I looked at my deeds. And then the land that he is complaining about, it's access only. So when he comes up, he should be parking in the garage because he's put that garage there. So out at the front is access only. It's pavement, but it's access to the parking bays. So, you know, should he ever start again, I will point that out to him and show him the deeds. But, you know, what is wrong with people? Why are they so pathetic? You know, there's no need for it, is there really? None at all. So, it is what it is. So, well, I'm more or less back home now. I'm going through Underwood, I think this is called, this bit where I'm going at. This should be well, I thought it was a sign, it's not somebody selling rhubarb. Yeah, so this is Underwood, and I'm in Selston. It's a nice little place. The parking's a bit naff. And it's it's a semi-detached one I'm in now, whereas my other one was detached. But I wanted to pay off my mortgage because I wanted to pack up work and everything. So I paid off my mortgage. So yes, mortgage free. But then again, I've had to pay for my fucking son's funeral, which was unexpected, you know. Everybody wants what they want for the funeral, this, that and the other. They don't want to pay for it though. I mean, the ex-wife, well, she's not ex-wife, she's still his wife because they never got divorced. But, you know, she should have paid for it. She's on benefit as well. So she would have got some of it paid for. And then there's a girlfriend. Well, she tried to get access to Mark's bank account, which I've contacted the DWP, tell them once to report Mark's death. So they've put a block on everything. So she's trying to get money out of his account because she's got his password and everything. But they've swallowed the card on. So she's not happy about that. Oh, and the music that she wanted playing at the funeral, my goodness, it was dreadful. But hey ho, it's all done and dusted now. So my little chat to you, I felt a little bit better. But when I get in the house, I shall be all emotional again. But it is. But it's going to get better, isn't it? It's not always going to be like this. So here I am, coming into Royal Oak Drive. Nice little bungalows around here. Some houses as well. And then you've got Willow Close. I mean, what a pretty name, Willow Close. Quite a lot of people's out in the garden. And here I am on my little close. So yeah, it's all looking good. So there you go. Beautiful sunny day. It is. Beautiful sunny day. Here we are. Right. My drive's quite tight now, you know, now I've had my fence put up. This is his wanky garage, look. Fucking stupid twat, honestly. So there you go. So handbrake off. So yes, so I'm at home now. Yeah, I shall do a little tour later of the work that I've done. And I've tidied up the garden, tidied up the bags. There's so much to do. It was in a worse state than I imagined, really. But what does it matter? Anyway, speak to you soon.